Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Loving Your Life with Mama D. And of course I'm Glenda Davis, aka Mama D, and you're in Mama D's Kitchen. So lately I have been wanting something sweet. I've been eating a lot of fruit. I have been picking out on watermelon. And I've been trying to eat more plant-based. I've been, messing up a few times, but I'm coming along. Anyway, in order to keep my sweet tooth cravings down and not to get bored with fruit, I decided to make a very fruity muffin. A plant-based muffin. You can call it vegan, whatever. It has no eggs and no milk. And it's going to be loaded with nutrition. Okay? So let's get started. So here's all the ingredients. We have, starting with 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. We have, now this is my flaxseed, it's 3 tablespoons of flaxseed and 6 tablespoons of water, and that's to be an egg substitute. And many of you who know my channel, you know that's what I do for my egg substitute, and it works. Okay, we have 3/4 cups of cooking oil. You can use canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever suits your fancy is what you can use for that. We have, you can use one of those little packs of applesauce, but I didn't have it, so I have a Pink Lady apple, and it was 1 small, and I grated that, and it came out to like a 1/2 cup of grated apple or shredded apple. Okay, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1 cup of this is crushed pineapple. I tried to get most of the juice off of it. I left a little juice, but packed it in real tight, and that's 1 cup. Okay, then I have raisins, 1 cup of raisins. I have a 1/2 cup of walnuts. This is a zest and some from 1/2 of an orange and a little orange juice. Here is a 1/2 cup of craisins. This is about 1 cup of, these are baby carrots, and I put them in the blender, so they're not really shredded, but they're a little chunkier than I wanted them, but this is a cup of carrots. And then we have a cup of zucchini. And I think that's everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started putting this together, and we're going to have some very healthy muffin. Okay, so into our large mixing bowl, I'm going to go ahead and dump the flour, the cinnamon, salt. This is sea salt, by the way. Baking soda, and the baking powder. Now, if you want, you can sift it, but because it's not a cake, I'm just going to take a little whisk and just blend it up as such. Okay? All right, that's part 1. Now let's set this aside. Okay, now in another large bowl, I'm going to pour in the sugar and the oil and the flaxseed. Now see how thick it all, let me get a spoon here. It's made extremely thick. It's very, very thick. Okay, so that will represent the egg. Now these are flax seeds. I normally would like to use the crushed flax seeds, but this will do because it's a grain and it's going into a muffin. So I'm just going to mix that up real good. Okay, let's get rid of these dishes. And this is very simple. Okay, now that that's mixed up real good, this will represent like if you were using an egg. And if you want to substitute and use an egg, just use an egg. You can do that. Okay, now let's put in the zest of a lemon. Zest of an orange. So used to saying lemon zest. and the pineapple. And I'll put in, well, before I do that, let me stir this up a little bit. I want it to be well blended. See that? So you got flaxseed, pineapple. Okay, now let's put in the zucchini, the apples or applesauce if you had it. Be like a half a cup of applesauce. Keep stirring. Now I'm going to put in the carrots. And in fact, now here's a real rule. We don't want that big old chunk in there. That's one that didn't get chopped up good. But the other ones, let's see, here's another. This is a little bit too big. Let's get him out. And this one. Because somebody's going to be biting down into a hard carrot. Okay, that rest of it looks pretty good. Okay? So normally I would have done a grated carrot. I don't like the way that one looks either. Some of them are just a little bit too chunky. Okay, now let's go ahead and put in that vanilla. Stir it gently. And now let's add our flour mixture. Give it a good stir. Okay. Now this is when we can now add our raisins, craisins, and nuts. And if you want to eliminate any of those, it's up to you. I just came up with this recipe because I was just sitting there, you know, craving something good and sweet. And I figured, girl, go in that kitchen and make you something that you'll be, you know, not feeling bad that you had it. And it's vegan, plant-based, and it's good for us. Look at that. Almost reminds you of a fruit cake. Okay, now the oven is set at 350, and I had these from last year. These are the brown baking cups, the large ones, because I like to make my muffins large. So I had a few of these, and I went to look for some more, and this is all I can find. These were, I think, came from Walmart, but they're the deep cup ones, and I mean they make them good too. But you can only use these in the smaller or regular muffin or cupcake pans. This one you can use in the larger, and I'll show you when I get my pans out. But this is what we're going to use. Okay, so the oven is preheated, and we're ready to go ahead and get them loaded up. Okay, so these are my large pans, and they work perfectly here. So let's see if I have enough to make 12, because the girls and my husband, they will love these too. He knows brownies is his favorite, but oh, we just got one short, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll have 11. All right, let's go ahead and get them loaded. And I try, you know, you want to try to get it, I probably should use a different spoon. You want to get it about halfway, and you don't want to get a lot of mix on your pan, because it makes it, you know, makes your pans brown all funny. And I'm a stickler about pans. Anybody knows me, I have an issue with jacked up pots and pans. Everybody comes over, they'll say, "Ooh, you sure got some fancy pots and pans." No, they're not necessarily fancy, because I get them, you know, pretty much anywhere, but I just like to take care of them. Okay, so let's finish loading these up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the 11 are ready, and we're about to put these in the oven. They will probably take about 30-35 minutes. We'll look at them after that amount of time. If they need to bake more, we'll, keep them in there a little bit more. But I plan on 30 minutes, but I'll keep an eye on them. There they are. Let's get them cooking. Oh, that's a little bit too close. Let's move that over. There we go. Okay, let's see how many of these we can get. Let's see. That's 3. Not gonna be a whole lot, I tell you that. Oh, that's gonna be a little messy. It's so narrow and the tops are pretty tall. I mean, if you know a better way of getting it in there, if you've used these, let me know. But, yeah. Let's see if I do better just putting it down like that. I don't know, that might be a little easier. Okay. So that's 3. I think I have enough for 2 more. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can do that more. Oh, that was actually a big old carrot just fell into that one. I think I can get one more. And you see that pan? Let's get that out. Okay, so that'll be 6. I think I can get one more. It might be a smaller one, but we can do it. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Okay, so because I know that they'll cook a little differently, we will wait till the other ones are done, and then I'll put these in. Yeah, so when the kids come over, and and especially the grandbabies, and we're making a cake or they're making cookies or whatever, I always let them lick the spoon. And especially when you're cooking plant-based, they can do that, because I'm gonna throw this out there. I have heard people say, well, just because you're using eggs, you should not lick the spoon, the batter, because it'll make you sick because of the egg. I licked the spoon all my life since my mother was cooking cakes back in the 50s and the early 60s. I'm telling my age. Yes, ma'am. I never got sick of no batter. Okay? Now, if you got sick, put it in the comments and say, I got sick. But if you didn't get sick and you licked the spoon, put it in the comment, I licked the spoon. I licked the spoon too. In fact, check this out. In this kitchen, we lick the spoon. Period. Boom. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get those muffins done, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been a half an hour. They look pretty good. Let's see here. Okay, they don't look like they can rise a little bit more in that middle, but they were pretty heavy with fruit, so they may not peak. I don't think they're gonna really peak, so let me just give them about 3 more minutes. Okay, these are ready. They are coming out. Yeah, they're coming out. Okay, and they're going in. We'll give them, I'll give them 25 minutes. Okay, they are brown, but they are not burnt. It's only because of the fruit that's in them. Yeah, and all the cinnamon. Yeah, so they look marvelous. Now, they didn't rise, but they are definitely done in the middle. And in a minute, we'll break a few open. We'll break at least one of them open to see. Okay? Okay, the 20-minute alarm is going off. I think they could stand another 5 minutes, so let's give them maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so they're ready, and I want to go ahead and get one open for you. Let's look at that. Look at that. Woo. Let me try it for you. Okay. These turned out absolutely wonderful. Listen, it's your life. If you love it, make you some of these and make the best of it, okay? Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you get all my upcoming videos, and I'll see you next time, okay? I gotta go enjoy my muffin. See ya!